Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pokemon Casino. It's 1 week after the release of the most recent Japanese Pokemon set, Triple Beat, starring the 3 new Generation 9 starters. Let's see how the prices have moved over the course of 1 week. But before we do that, remember to click like, click subscribe. And if you haven't already watched my video of the first opening of Triple Beat, comment on there, make sure you're subscribed too, and join in on the giveaway for this card. I am giving away this one. This was my 1,000 subscriber giveaway prize. We'll be doing a giveaway in probably a week or two, depending. Let's see how many comments we get. Want more people to join in and have a chance to win that card. Thank you so much for the support, but let's get into the price guide for Triple Beats. There's been a lot of news of waifu cards, crazy Japanese card prices. So let's figure out what is the most expensive card in Triple Beats and how the prices have moved since release day. First, let's see what a booster box costs. So for a retail price of a booster box of, I think it's about $40 US, this is going for a crazy price of $130. I can't believe it. This is absolutely outrageous. I wish this would go down more. Hopefully they get printed a lot more, though I don't know what the capacity is. It is going for around $130 a booster box, guys. That's really expensive, I think. It's really putting people out of the market as well, especially people that want to play and just, open some packs for fun. Obviously, if you are a player, probably buying the singles is a lot more affordable for whichever utility cards that you do need, etc. So there's always a choice there. So at $130 a booster box, let's see which card you need to basically pull in order to quote unquote recoup your investment or cost of the booster box. And if it's better to sort of just look at singles and get those ones for cards that you really like. But at the number 10 spot, we got one of the best looking full arts in here. The cutest one as well. We got the Dene, the SAR. The Dene is terraformed here, terrestrialized, psychic. So it's interesting because the Dene is obviously an electric type Pokemon, but it is psychic here. The prices for the Dene at release to now have really tanked quite a bit. Basically from the start when it was released, about a day early before the official release, it's down 33%, which is why, and this is going to be a message that I keep saying and hopefully you guys listen, don't buy cards upon release, just wait. So it seems like this card has sort of flattened out a little bit over the course of this week. It's about $23 now. I think it's going to continue to be going down. It's not a really playable card. It's not meta. It's just a great looking one in my personal opinion. But at $23, I think there's room for it to go down, as probably people that wanted it have kept that price up, but it'll go down over time. So if you want to keep an eye on it, I do think it'll go below $20. At the number 9 spot, we got our first ultra rare, the Stage 2 Evolution. We've got Quaxcavol here, which is obviously the second form of Quaxley. These gold cards are amazing. You're going to be seeing all 3 of them here, and I think getting this in your binder in a 3 set of the ultra rares is going to look fantastic. So this is definitely what I'm hoping to do. This card is basically down 34% since the release day. It's around $25. It seems like this is around a fair price for it, given it is an ultra rare and it does look great. But I do think it's possible for it to go down. So you see it was at $25 now. It was about $23 before. I think it's going to continue to go down as people continue ripping up packs. And it's probably not going to be the most sought after, and I don't think it's a meta card either. At number 8, we've got the next one in the starter evolutions. We've got Skeledirge over here, the big boy fire crocodile. It's also at $25, and it's really plateaued since. It has even bigger drop since the opening release of 45% over here. But it's really staying right at that $25 range at the moment. I think this is going to continue going down as well, probably below $20, as people have collect this, buy this one for their collection, but there's really not to be used within competitive play, I don't think. But there's number 8. And number 7, you guessed it, it's the last one out of the trio, Meowscarada. And Meowscarada is at number 7. This one is $36, so pretty significant increase compared to the other 2. It's because of the playability of this card. So it has utility, it is competitive, from what I understand, in some decks. So that's why there is more demand for this card, and it is why it is priced at $36 rather than $25. I think this might go down a little bit more, but because of the playability factor, it's probably going to be staying up at this range for a while now, until maybe a new meta deck comes out and it's not as interesting. But by that time, there's probably less packs being opened. So it'll fluctuate a little bit around here, but not too much. I think maybe $30 range might be reasonable for this card, but keep an eye on it. I think especially if you want the full trio set. At number 6, what do we got? Boss's Order of Guesses here, of SAR card. This one definitely has playability, as do all Boss's Orders cards as well. You've seen the Giovanni one from early in the Scarlet and Violet, the Sword and Shield era. And you see this one being here as well. It's always going to be a sort of card that's in play, but just with different artwork. I don't think this one is as appealing as Giovanni, to be honest. So I do think this might go down a little bit. It's at $57 right now. And this has come down quite a bit, 46% from the opening day. It was over $100 before, right at pre-release and on the first day of release as well. But you can see people don't really want to pay that much for it. There's a pretty massive dip over day 1 and day 2. And it's pretty much sort of flattened up, but still trending down. So I think this is going to probably be below 50 bucks, I'm guess. If you want this one for sort of a flex in your deck, yeah, pick it up if you want it, because you're playing it, you're actually using it, right? But if you can wait, I'd wait a little bit more and see how it trades up. Remember, it's only been a week, guys. So remember, it usually continues to go down a little bit more after that. But at number 5, we've got our first SAR card of the trio. This is a theme here, this trio Stage 2 evolutions. They just look fantastic. This one's Quaxqueval SAR at $68 right now. This one has really come down quite a bit. This is one of our worst performers since release day. It's dropped 50% from when it was first out there. It was like really expensive at $135. Now it's at $68, and you can see it going down. But I think people would want this one for their collection. There's great AR cards as well for the basic and Stage 1 form of Quaxley. So there's going to be some demand here for it, but I do think it might go down a little bit more, especially as people get it. People only need one, basically, right? People don't need more than that. So once people have that, they probably don't need another one. So I could see it going down a little bit more below $60. And at number 4, and going on with the theme of the ultra rares, the next one up is Skeledirge SAR. This is $101. I think it's just a bit more appealing in terms of the artwork, and people do like fires like the Charmander, right? It's the Charizard sort of equivalent for Gen 9. So we got Skeledirge here, SAR. It's gone down quite a bit as well. As you can see in the first day pre-release, it went up to $180, which is pretty high. It's a pretty high price for it, but it's gone down quite a bit at $101. It's gone down basically around 40% since it was released, and it's plateaued a little bit because I think there's still a lot of demand for this card for people to have in their collection. I can see it go down a little bit as well, though, under the $100 for sure. Give it some time. So keep an eye on this one if you want it in your collection. Put it in your binder for a master set. And at number 3, it is not Meowscarada. It is Dendra SR. So we got the waifu card of this set over here, one of the professors from the Yuva Academy. This one was super hyped up because of the Miriam of how Scarlet and Violet base set was. It is $157 right now, so not a cheap card at all. Definitely within waifu status. It's about the same price as maybe Candace, maybe around there. Within, I think it was Incandescent or kind of Paradigm Trigger. I forgot which one was Paradigm Trigger, I believe. So it's gone down quite a bit as well, down 48%, pretty hefty. It's been overtaken. It used to be the second most expensive when it was first released, and now it's that only third. So you'll see which one is number 2 soon, but pretty dramatic drop. I think this is going to go down maybe a little bit more because Candace did as well from what I remember. I think it's going to follow the trend where it's just not as appealing, it's not usable, and it's Dendra. It's not like the really young waifu characters that I guess that people like, and Miriam is still really taking over the show. Obviously today we got the release of Snow Burst or Snow Hazard and Clay Burst, I believe. And we have Iono there. That would be the most crazy card. That's basically the new Miriam. Showing it on screen right now if you haven't missed it, what the basic card looks like, the common card. So this one is basically a sort of get rid of your deck, reshuffle, pick up 6 new cards or something like that. So it's absolutely going to be meta. It's going to be used a lot. It's basically the new Marnie card. It's going to absolutely people would want this one in their decks just for play because of its usability, and it's also a waifu, so that one's going to be pretty insane in price, I think. But before we go and talk about that more, let's go on and see what is number 2, and it is Meowscarda SAR, just following the same theme, the order of the Gen 9 starters. This one is $195. So basically, if you remember, a booster box was about $130. So what does that mean? You could have pulled this one and you would have profited. You could have got Dendra, you could have profited. But if you're at Skeledirge, no. So you had to get the top 3 cards basically in order to make your money back and open up new boxes maybe. So we got this one at $195. This one's not too bad. It's only dropped 26% since opening day. And I think it's because of the usability or playability of it within decks, and it also looks great. I think it's the best looking SAR of card of the starters within its own natural habitat, within the forest, within the trees, etc. So I really like this one. Need it for my collection, but hopefully it does go down a little bit. It looks like it is going down on a little bit of a trend, so I'm going to keep an eye on this, hopefully pick it up for under $150. We'll see if it does reach that level, but that's my goal here. And before we go to number 1 card, we've got a few honorable mentions. A few of the ARs. So we got Sprigatito here at $7. This has definitely gone down. It's down 31% since opening day. It's really plateaued out at $7. I think it's going to probably stay at this level for a little bit, but it's going to go down. You're basically getting 3 AR cards per booster box. The stores are going to be flooded with this. I think $7 is pretty expensive, to be honest, so hopefully it does go down for people that want it. So instead of buying a box, you can just pick up all the singles like I had said at the beginning of this video. And then next up, we have the next starter, Fuecoco, super cute one. I think this one is way better than the Sprigatito one, just my own personal opinion. But it's at $7 now. It dropped down to $6. I think it's going to continue to go down just because of the ease of pulling ARs. And then next, Quaxly as well, the least in demand of them, only $3. So I think the rest of them will also fall. Sprigatito might be a little bit more expensive just because you need it to get to the evolution of Meowscarda, right? If you're going to be playing that deck. So that one might be a little bit more, but $3, I can see Fuecoco going down to this level as well. But now for the best looking AR, in my opinion, Magikarp. This one is also, I think, one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive AR card here. It is $24, and it's because it looks the greatest. And this is also the only card that we're looking at today that has gone up since release date. It is up 61%. So it's about $15 upon release, and it's up to $24 now. Really staying at that level. The stores are packed with this card. Like I said, you get 3 AR cards per box. So people are going to have a lot of these. You only need 1, I think. Probably a bunch of people are going to get off and grade them. But there's going to be a lot. So I do think this is going to go down in the near term dramatically from the $24 level. So if you want it, I would wait for now. But again, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. If you want it now, just pick it up now. And just to mention, remember, there's a great Gyarados in the background as well. But at number 1, it's a card that has drawn so much attention. So many people are talking about it. So controversial because of the price. It is Dendra SAR. And it's because of the hype from how Miriam went. Miriam is absolutely a crazy expensive card, still the SAR from the base set. And this one is not cheap either at $600. But this one has gone down almost 40% since the pre-release day. As you can see, it went up on release day, but then it went down dramatically because I think people just people didn't want this one as much. And to be honest, why? What's the hype about it? I think it was a bit crazy. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of this artwork either. So I think it'll continue to go down as people pull this one. It is hard to pull, I'm pretty sure. So there's that factor in terms of the rarity. And it is a waifu and it is SAR. So maybe that'll keep it up. But my guess, it will probably go down below 500. But we'll wait and see to find out. So there's the top cards from Triple Beat 1 week after release. And that's just to summarize basically how the price movements have been. You see basically all of the top 10 cards have tanked. Basically, if we're looking at it from sort of a day-to-day sort of range from when it's priced as of late, which is today, Friday, comparing to when it was released, pre-release date. So everything's basically dropped around 25 to 50%, pretty dramatic over there. The one that has sort of fared the best is Meowscarda SAR. I think because of the playability of it. It's hard to get because it's an SAR card. but you can see everything else is within like the 30 to 50% drop. So if you did buy it on the first day, a bit out of luck over there. Remember, probably don't do that next time. Probably not a great idea. Most cards trend down. So some cards do trend up. If you saw our Scarlet and Violet, there are some cards that went up, but most cases they are going to go down as people start opening up packs, people start releasing them, etc. onto the market. So be patient a little bit. No need to chase anything, I think. If you're just a collector, no need to just chase. If you're an investor and you're trying to get things to grade and etc. and get it back fastest, okay, fine, up to you. That's your own quote-unquote business risk. But here we go. This is basically how prices have trended over 1 week. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, remember, click like and click subscribe. I hope you guys learned something. These are videos I do all the time, especially after the release, 1 week after release of a new set, to go over how the price movement was. The key is, do not buy cards right after release. As you can see, everything has dropped at least probably like 30% up to 50%, except for that magic carpet that will go down, I'm pretty sure. So until the next video, if you're going to be opening up packs, I wish you the best RNG. Until the next one, thank you and bye-bye.